Hi, I'm Pamela Landers. I'm an expert master hand analyst. One of the things I wanted to share with you is the amazing power of understanding your life purpose and life lesson. How does that relate to hands, you may ask if you're unfamiliar? Your fingerprints, which never change, identify your life purpose and your life lesson. Because you're born with your fingerprints, in fact, they're actually developed by 16 weeks after conception, you have them until you die. Your fingerprints are your soul agreement. Anything else in the hands can change. Doesn't have to, but can. But your fingerprints never do. That's what makes them a soul agreement, a contract that you've made. It's really clear from research that's been done that the soul enters the body at the same time the fingerprints are completely formed. So your soul knows that you are choosing that particular fingerprint pattern. You've come into this life to be in relationship with your fingerprints. I'm going to do a 3-part video series. The second part is going to be on life purpose, and the third part on life lesson. This one is talking about the soul agreement and why it matters so much. In everybody's body, you have your hands. Everybody has hands that are different. Your hands aren't even the same from your left to right hand. You may want to take a look and notice that your line formations could be different. That's very expected. I've never seen anybody's hands, and I've read over 50,000 hands, where the same exact pattern appears on both hands. The power of understanding how to decode the fingerprints is that it's a map. It's a soul map. You've been given this map to take with you everywhere you go, since your hands go with you everywhere you go. Having it decoded is the most amazing, helpful piece of information that you can get, because it gives you fabulous insight into why you chose this particular body in this particular incarnation. And it doesn't change. There is constant development required to understand the expression for you about how you're going to express your life purpose and life lesson based on what's in your fingerprints. You may also have noticed that there are no two bodies that look exactly the same. Again, your entire body is your soul map. People can decode different parts of your body. I know people who read faces. I know people who do iridology, meaning they read your eyes, and people who read earlobes, and somebody who reads how you walk and how individually that impacts you. I've even had my feet read at a psychic fair. I don't remember anything that was said, but I do remember being in the process of it. What this says to me is that every part of your body has this same map repeated. The same information would show up on your astrology chart or your numerology chart or your human design chart. If you did a complete chart of each of those things, and they're very complex, I've done them, the same information is going to show up. It may be a different language, a different kind of conversation. All of it can be traced back to your soul pattern. And your soul pattern gets interpreted by the interpreter. Person doing the reading is going to provide the language for you that they see. One of the things you may know if you have had your hands read before by more than one person is that they may have some same language and some different language about identifying your life purpose and life lesson, because it's a very expansive field. Hand analysis is based on palmistry. People wonder what hand analysis is when I tell them I'm a hand analyst. The difference is most people consider palmistry to be fortune telling. That's their relationship with it. Tell me about my future, how many kids I'm going to have, how many marriages. I don't do that. Most of the hand analysts I know don't do that. They don't do anything predictive. This is a science-based system based on research and medical library research about how the fingerprints have been formed in utero. Just knowing that, without even getting into specifics about the life purpose and life lesson, hopefully will intrigue you to want to understand how to have your hands read, which are a microcosm of the body, the repeated pattern, so that you can live a life where you're feeling more soulfully satisfied. My work about being true to your design is that I love to help people know what their design is. I am so good at interpreting, and it makes me so happy to decode people's fingerprints so that I can help them stay on path and do what they're designed to do, have life be easier and more fun and more relaxed and less stressful, mostly just easier. I hope that you will continue to stay with me for part 2 when we get into a very detailed conversation about what life purpose is, and then part 3 about the life lesson.